Hey YouTube, this is Ren here, and I have an update just before we actually get to the video. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been updating for the past couple of days, namely due to a number of problems. One, being Windows 10. Two, being Steam. Anyway, I installed Windows 10 over the weekend, and it ended up messing with a couple of files that I didn't expect it to. Then, Steam took down a couple of mods, and ending up rearranging itself over the weekend as well. So, I had to go back and mess with all the files. Anyway, what ended up happening was I had to mix up the DPI settings from Windows 10 through Steam, and then I also had to go back and fix a couple of the mod files from from both Steam, and then I ended up adding a couple of mods from Nexus as well to make up for the lack of Steam mods that I had. So you'll see a couple of those in the game once the Let's Play gets going. Anyway, other news is that unfortunately the Windows 10 update also messed with my recording software. So it turned off my mic basically while I recorded. Now that may not seem like a big deal, but it is when you consider that I recorded 7 episodes worth of footage and didn't leave a save. So it's pretty much you're gonna have 7 episodes without me talking. Now a lot of you are like, yes, his voice is gone. We don't have to deal with it anymore. Thank the gods. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who watch Let's Plays want to see someone actually responding to the game that they're watching. And I'm sorry that for the next 7 episodes, that's not going to happen. I did try redubbing with an after-the-fact recording of my voice, but I only got about 15 minutes in, and I noticed that already my voice wasn't matching up to any of the video, and most of the time it sounded like me rambling and then suddenly getting cut off as I tried to respond to the video adequately. So unfortunately I'm not going to be doing that for any of these episodes. Anyway, as for the mods I gotten from Nexus, there are a couple of texture mods as well as a few small little things. Chief among them, you'll notice from practically the beginning of the episode, I got the 2-piece underwear mod, which is just damn sexy and funny to think about, so we'll probably be seeing that more in the Let's Play. Another one is the HD version of lasers and plasma effects. So you'll be seeing a little difference in the lightning, a couple force powers, and some of the blaster effects. So hopefully they look a little better. As for what I'm doing with the mods, I wanted to say if you guys had any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below for any of the following videos to say you think that there's other texture mods out there that I could use and install them, because I found that texture mods work really well even with saves, and they actually can overlap each other. What can overlap each other, I found, is the content mods, namely adding in new things like the Jedi Enclave or going to the droid world or whatever that I haven't already installed. So that messes with the save. Anyway, I'm rambling a little long here, but I just wanted to inform you guys before you went through the next episodes and more like, where's his voice or whatever. So I will see you guys again in after these next 7 episodes. Not much really well, actually, a lot happens. I basically clear through Duxon through the entirety of these 7 episodes, and I'll rejoin you once we get going to Onderon, which is the main story point. But don't worry, all the game dialogue and everything else is still in there. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys aren't too disappointed with the following episodes. I did my best trying to make sure that they're still as good as possible. All of them still have the cutscenes, the audio still will, but I just won't be voicing over them. So please stick with it. If I know that you'll really enjoy the series as it goes forward. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again in about 7 episodes. Bye-bye.
Hey, General, are you alright? You look like you've been standing too close to one of my shield generators. Whoa, claws out today, aren't they? Seriously, you don't look that way from spending extra time in the fresher. I've seen other Jedi, not many but a few, who look like that. And I feel a little strange around you. A little more in control, calm, like I usually only get when I'm repairing something. Was there something you wanted me for? If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with? I got tired of it, kept dropping my hydro spanner, figured I'd get a new one. I was only kidding. Actually, it was a souvenir from Malachor. I was lucky it was all I lost. But at least it gave me something to do, right? Everyone always said I was probably half machine anyway. Something else I can help you with? That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around. He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with? Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Yes? Have you come with questions? Very well. What is it that drives you? I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong and its roots run deep. It seems that at times of stress and pain, if they catch us unawares, then the pain is transmitted between us. When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus. It seems the force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well. A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks. Very The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the forms, return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience. Very well. Of which did you wish instruction? Ask. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight, but sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask, and I will... Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil, they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now. There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. My will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. Cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask, and I know her as much as... Ask. Nothing more than we... There is...
T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something on the edge of the galaxy, and he believes that he must go there to end it. But I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. I need you to be the beacon, T3. If he is lost out there, on the edge of the galaxy, if he finds whatever terrible thing he has seen, then he may not survive. If he doesn't make it back, then I need you to return to the Republic. Find help. If you cannot find me, then seek out other Jedi. The Republic... I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me. T3, you have been with us since Terrace. Without you, we would never have escaped that place. And for that, I thank you. I'm leaving this message inside you because I have seen glimpses of the future. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. More of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something. Something that I am afraid I need. If he doesn't, I can't live.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see. It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. Alright. Huh? What do you... Oh, that. Don't tell... I mean, it doesn't compare to what... Yeah? So what? Wanna know why? I figure if you ever want to tell me... Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong... Alright.
Well, this is Onderon. It looks like there's a long line to get into the Isis starport.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess this blockade is a symptom of larger problems on Onderon. Looks like we're about to find out. I'm receiving a message from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Onderon, but it ends here.
We've taken some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky. I remember the days when welcoming committee used to mean something, without being followed by blaster bolts. Looks like one of the moons of Onderon. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain. I did pick up the remains of an old outpost near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites?
This is Duxon, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This is where the Mandalorian Wars started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
It's taken a little damage, nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target. Well, the space battle's still going on overhead. Since they were so eager to use our hull for target practice, I doubt they're just gonna forget us. Well, I don't like it. Onderon is about as far from the core as you can get and still be in the Republic. But even out here, the locals have heard of us. We're lucky I was able to find this place to land. Looks like something has cleared away the jungle in a few spots around here. Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Onderon, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Onderon by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
Nevertheless, we should explore our surroundings, and that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?